Hey YouTube, it's your girl Amoni B coming to you with another video. This video will also be on my SPS, my CUNY SPS blog. So today I am talking about time, managing time, and being stressed because of time. This is more so of a rant than an actual point by point thing, okay? So, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because the other day, about a couple of days ago, I was running late. I got up, I don't even know what time it was. I had my phone in my hand, so I must have just, every time my alarm went off, and I'm one of the type of people who have to set multiple alarms. I mean, if I screenshot and show you my alarms, you're going to see 7:10, 7:15, 7:20, and then it's probably still in between, like two 7:10s and stuff like this. I have to keep waking myself up so that I'm used to waking up, and just getting that mindset of wait. I really don't know the logic behind it, but I have to have multiple alarms for me to actually get up. Even if I know the time that's best for me to get up, like let's say if I wake up at 7:50, then everything goes smoothly. I really push it, like maybe 7:55, or maybe I have from 6:15 all the way down to 7:50, and then I get up. So whatever. Okay, so I got up late. Mind you, the alarms were going off. I just went to bed late. I do a lot of things, so and I that's another point. And I'm sorry because of the glare. But yeah, so I got up late. So now me getting up late, I knew that once I got to work, I was gonna have to find parking, and parking is very scarce where I am. And also, I never know how the traffic is on the Jackie Robinson. So, of course, I inconvenienced my boyfriend, make him wake up, and make him drive with me so that he could take the car back and I can find some type of, so I don't have to look for parking. I have to just go straight to work. Okay, so the whole time I am like stressing out. Like I'm like, they already had my department be called in about time, in time management. So because I'm part of my, I'm the newest person there in my department, and also, I already had taken days off, and being new and having taken days off, whether it was pre-scheduled or not, they didn't like that. So being late is just like pushing it. Like, yes, you're here, we like your work, but no, you cannot be late. You can't. They don't even want me to be absent, even though I get paid when I'm absent. But whatever. So so yeah. What was I up to? Okay. So now I'm inconveniencing him because now he has to get up so he can drive with me, and then I can go to work on time and stuff like that. So the whole time in my mindset, I'm already stressed out. I felt like people was driving slow. If they wasn't driving slow, they was just doing things that, even though it wasn't out of the ordinary, because I was running late and I'm trying to get to work quickly, I was just overly stressed. I was just like, oh my God, now I have road rage and stuff like that. So, definitely time played a factor in that. I am going to take responsibility for that, even though he was like, you should have got up. Like, I don't want to drive with you, or I didn't, like, he had other things that he had to do. So I was definitely inconvenient to him, but I was mad at him, like, excuse me, when I asked you to do something, you should just do it. Or no, I'm wrong. Whatever. I'm wrong because I was late. I should have been more responsible, and I shouldn't have felt entitled. But please. So anyway, so now the whole ride, like I felt like things was just going wrong, like everything was going wrong, tumbling down, and all of a sudden I'm a couple of feet from my job, but because it's like certain, you gotta go, is one ways, I had to like do like a whole circle to get there. A person is parking, and like a whole bus stopped, and instead of the person just waiting to park, or instead of the bus going around the person that's parking, everybody had to wait behind the bus. So I waited for a few, and the whole time I'm cursing. Well, not really cursing, but I'm just like stressed, and I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with these people? Road rage, right? So then I was just so upset. Now my anger is being lashing out on him in the passenger seat, like he's like, just calm down. No, I'm not calming down. So I said, you know what? I'm getting out the car. I got out the car and I ended up like running to work. He was like, why wouldn't you just pull over? Excuse me, they made me wait. Now everybody behind me is gonna wait. We're already waiting, so I didn't care to pull over. But anyway, so now I rushed to the job. I clocked in on time, like just barely, like 9 on the dot. So like just barely. But yeah, so then after that I was just angry with him because I felt like you shouldn't have a problem with dropping me off, and then he didn't want to pick me up, but he ended up picking me up anyway. So whatever. So okay, so that's just an example of how not being on time or not really managing your time goes wrong, and it just affects everybody's, you know. So I want to talk about SPS. In the beginning, when we did orientation, there was a few people who talked about how to manage your time, and one of the things was to write down your assignments and check off as you complete them. And another thing that we had to do was actually create a time management schedule and write out when we can do certain tasks and stuff like that, similar to project management. And so yeah, I felt like those things were pretty good. And they also told us to have a certain time frame, whatever, for the schoolwork, and to put that inside that time management thing. I felt like it was good, and it was good for a couple of days, and it do work on some days. But with the checklist, no, that's awesome. Like, I don't ever want to stop doing the checklist because it keeps me focused. It keeps me knowing what I have to do, even though some weeks I do forget, and then I'm like, oh, like I forgot a whole test in macro. Like, how can I forget a test? That's neither here or there. But yeah, um, I guess that's bad management skills, or bad, yeah, not being organized. You know, I'm jumping all over, doing different jobs, wearing different hats, so that comes into play. So for with the time management spreadsheet, I figure if I do certain things at certain times, like it will work. So a lot of my schoolwork, it comes, I do it late at night. Like sometimes I'm doing it 1 in the morning, 12 a.m., trying to beat that deadline at like 11 p.m. Sometimes I stay up longer if I could, like if it's on a weekend. Sometimes I do it right when I get home. But of course, I still cook, clean when I do clean. Um, Now that I'm in school, I know I've been cleaning less. I've also been going out much less, and they said that's the effects anyway, because you have to make time for your schoolwork and you do get burnt out. I am enrolled full time. I'm in school full time, and I'm wearing my hats pretty much full time. I mean, I'm in work. I said both, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it does get stressful, and sometimes I be on no sleep, and that makes me a little cranky. And sometimes I feel like I always have to beat my deadlines. Like, instead of doing things, sometimes I do things way before it's due, but it's so hard to do that. It is so hard. Like, unless I really plan for it, or really say I can't go to this meeting because of this, or I really can't do this, or I'm not going to lunch. I was in my job. I had a promotional test, and we for months, even while I was in school now, for months we were skipping lunch to study for this exam, and I was also coming home studying for the exam. And yeah, like I was doing that plus my schoolwork, and I'm so glad that the test was over. I took the test November 5th, and yeah, like finally. So now I feel like a whole chip is off of my shoulder and I have more time. And even still, the time that I do get to myself that I could be studying or something like that, I just want to relax and chill out. I don't take naps. I should take naps. I just relax and chill or watch TV or scroll on my timeline or markets on my timeline or share. I don't know. I find a way to keep busy even when I need to just have my me time. Oh my God, because without that, it's so stressful. So yeah, that's pretty much a rant about time. Some takeaways is to have a checklist for tasks and follow it. There's ways to do it on your phone and your reminders if you have an iPhone. Outlook also have it. Google also have it, the task list. So it's there. What I was doing is I had my little notebook. It's over there. But I had a notebook and I would create a box and then write the task. Create a box and then write the task. And literally, you have to literally check it off. Check it off, check it off. You can praise yourself as you check it off, or but the habit of checking it off is what you really need, because you know that the task is actually done. You are focused. It's like you create the habit to go back and check and recheck. That also helped me when I know something is missing and then I had to go back and I'm like, wait, and then I'm like, oh, here it is. I have to do that, because it's still, when I don't do the checklist, it's so hard to keep up with stuff. I even took that into my regular workload as well, and in my businesses as well. Another takeaway is to just come early. Try to account for any type of traffic. Try to account for it. Who knows? It could be, even if you're taking a train, somebody could have jumped the tracks or anything. Just be early. If you're early, you're just early. Just eat or relax or read, and then until you have to be in the situation or the meeting, whatever the case is. Another takeaway is, just because you're late, you don't have to inconvenience other people, even though it ends up inconveniencing other people, especially if somebody's waiting for you for a meeting. I hate waiting for people. I feel like that's really inconsiderate, and I don't know, people need to handle that. If they could give you any types of excuses in the book, I don't want to hear it. You're late. Why are you late? You should have realized this. You should have taken care of this prior to this day. If it's something like you really, 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 really couldn't handle, I'm not gonna be as upset, but I'm still gonna feel like this is my time, and that this is your time is really valuable. Within this time, instead of waiting for somebody, I could have been getting a job done. I could have been helping out somebody. Something else could have happened. And another takeaway is, if I did not say it already, is to schedule yourself. Have a schedule your time. Another thing that I do, especially with my company too, and I have everybody else that's in the company try to use the same calendar, is to upload dates, upload meetings, upload seminars, upload just anything that's coming up. Upload it into like a calendar. Even I have my personal calendars, and then I have my business calendar, so everybody's on the same page. We all know what's going on, and we get to invite each other to our calendars, like for a specific date or a specific task. And that also helps you to keep track. For example, like, my secretary had a meeting today, and I knew that she had a meeting just because it was on the calendar. And then I was able to follow up with her, see how it was, because I forgot, even though she could have forgot, but I'm pretty sure that calendar reminded her. And then it sends you can ask for alerts, so it sends you an email or it pops up on your phone. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. And if you had trouble with time or managing time, let me know. Also, I am doing a coat and a toy drive for BKMSCC, Brooklyn Multi-Service Community Center Core. You can contact us at www.bkmscc.org. We're also on Facebook, which is more up to date, www.facebook.com/BKMSCC. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe.